I'm so motherfucking New York with it, man. It's the Goon Bop.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Peace. Phil Facts, the sports snob here. And today, we got to talk about this pound for pound list, man. We got to talk about everybody's pound for pound list and how all y'all motherfuckers right now need to start rearranging that shit. Especially you Canelo fans, Lomachenko fans, Bud Crawford fans, myself included. We all got to rearrange that pound for pound list because, yo, we got some ducks, we got some goose, we got to reestablish what our standards are and what we expect, man. We got to stop, putting people on a pedestal. So that being said, I've been thinking, man. I've been thinking like, yo, pound for pound. Everybody got to change who we think is pound for pound. Lomachenko is not pound for pound, man. Yo, someone can't be pound for pound basically only off of skill set. I watched boxing all my life. I'm 46. I grew up with Muhammad Ali. I remember when Larry Holmes was champ. Mike Tyson. I love Roy Jones. I remember Arturo Gotti, Trinidad. Pernell Whitaker was my favorite. Welterweight. That's my goal. Him and Roy Jones. Of course, Ali. I watched a lot of boxing, man. I know a lot about boxing. I've been talking about boxing all my life. Not saying I'm an expert, but I'm an informed fan. I'm an informed fan, and I can hold my own. I wouldn't call myself a historian per se, but I'm definitely informed. I know enough. I know enough where I could speak in a conversation about boxing and speak facts, because otherwise I wouldn't speak. That's the name, Phil Facts, Sports Snob. Remember that. So, Lomachenko got to come off that number one. Canelo can't go up there. Canelo ducking motherfuckers. Matter of fact, Crawford, Canelo, and Lomachenko, I can't even, like I was saying in another video, they not even active. I can't even really remember watching them fight like that. Like, you got guys who don't have belts. You got guys that's putting in work trying to get belts. You got guys with belts that's out there. Like my man, shout out to Errol Spence. You got Devin Haney. You got Gary Russell Jr. You got Deontay Wilder being a fucking philanthropist with his belt, giving people shots that don't even deserve it, or giving people shots that people was ducking. So when you think about it in that aspect, man, who is really pound for pound? Who's number one? For real. As of September 14th, 2020. Who is the true pound for pound champion? Who is the true pound for pound fighter on planet Earth right now, boxing wise? So, I sat back and I thought about it. Well, I know that Deontay Wilder, in all reality, should be the number one pound for pound. But because of that dirty shit, that movie shit that Tyson Fury pulled off with the getting motherfuckers to push it in his water, tampering with his glove, all that crazy shit, nigga taking steroids. Unfortunately, they did Wilder dirty. And so people gonna argue with you if you try to put Wilder as your, pound for pound right now, because he just came off the L. Right now, we got to see what he looked like coming back off the L. And you can't come off an L and be pound for pound. So, right now, Wilder's probably on that list, but he's got to be on some top 10 shit. He's not number one. So I started thinking, yo, What motherfuckers go after everybody? Now, I would like to put Gary Russell up there as far as number one, but he'd probably be in like top five because Gary Russell hasn't been active. Now, there's several reasons why he hasn't been active. The two main reasons that I could think of is first and foremost, motherfuckers always ducking Gary Russell. Everybody ducking. He can't even fucking clear out a division because niggas is scared to fight him. Niggas is leaving, all kind of shit. So I'm sorry, Mr. Russell, that I can't put you where you belong, but it's not your fault. Then the second reason why you can't put him, not only because of the ducking, but then the inactivity that he displays is partially to do with the ducking, but it also has to do with him trying to line up the best fights possible, which is also not easy to do. So there's two very good reasons why Gary Russell isn't active as a lot of people would like. But the reality is, unfortunately, we got to kind of hold it against him a little bit. So we can't give him that number one slot. But I definitely would put Gary Russell number 5, 4 with no problem. I probably put him 4. I probably put Deontay Wilder at number 5, and then I'll put Gary Russell at 4. Now, number 3. You already know. Now, before I even get to number 3, 2 and 1, let's rewind. Alright, now listen. Since Gary Russell is 4, and we got Deontay Wilder at 5, I think Deontay Wilder at 5 sets the precedent for the next couple of guys that I would have had come before him anyway. Because I don't think everybody that's on this pound for pound list, or my new pound for pound list anyway, and hopefully, and it should be yours, everybody is not going to be a champion. You got some motherfuckers that's on this list right now that I'm making that deserve to be on this list because they try to fight everybody. They got a fucking immaculate or impressive resume. So I'm talking about guys like Danny Garcia but specifically Sean Porter. I would have said Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman has his moments where he be ducking and he be picky choosy and shit. So Keith Thurman got to go down the list, and then he just came off the L with Pacquiao, so you know Pacquiao will probably go before him. So that's probably like 9 and 10. But I gotta say, man, yo, Sean Porter, he deserves to be on a pound for pound list, man. Sean Porter enough for everybody. Sean Porter is not pussy. Word, he is far from pussy. Porter, yo, now he fought Spence, he fought Garcia, he fought Ugas. Yo, I see who else I seen him fight. I seen Porter fought everybody. Only person that Porter ain't fight is Crawford. Really, that's like official. He didn't get the Pacquiao fight either, but Crawford and Pacquiao is like the only two people I could think of. He fought Thurman. Like yo, Porter is official, man. Porter is a beast. So Porter, I probably make him 6, man. Word, definitely Porter 6. Word, and no disrespect to Devin Haney. I can't put Devin Haney on a pound for pound list because Devin Haney don't got no big names on his resume just yet. Him and Teofimo, the honorable mentions, man. Teofimo and Devin Haney, they still have a lot more to accomplish before I could put them on this list ahead of guys that I'm mentioning right now. And that's in my opinion. You know, you don't gotta agree with that. This is my motherfucking list, so I'm telling you my list. So, like I was saying, motherfuckers that be fighting everybody that don't got no belt. Number 7 is Danny Garcia, man. Word. Danny Garcia is another motherfucker. Yo, he fought everybody he could fight. Yeah, man. Danny Garcia don't play. Him and Errol Spence, they're gonna have a good fight, man. Word. They're gonna have a good fight. I'm going for Spence. I expect Spence to win. Doesn't mean he's going to though, because Danny Garcia is not pussy. Once again, there's another dude that he's not pussy, man. Word. So now that's 7, right? So I said 9 and 10 was Thurman and Pacquiao, right? So let me see. I got one more slot. Now this is another slot for another person that I think I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You feel me? Cause Canelo won't fight this nigga. A lot of people won't fight this dude. And Canelo, especially, just try to do some sucker shit because my man just lost his belt on the scale. Because ain't nobody beat my man. My man, the reason why I'm ranking him so low on my pound for pound list is my man David Benavidez. I fuck with him. All right. I like Caleb Plant. I like a lot of other fighters. I love to see certain people move up to fight him. I'm not gonna get into all of that. Or for him to get these certain matchups that I'm looking for in his division. You know what I'm saying? But for now, David Benavidez, that's my 8. That's number 8 right there. I put him before Keith Thurman, and I definitely put him before Pacquiao because nobody's beating Benavidez. The only reason why I'm ranking him so low is because of the fact that he fucked up twice, losing his belt outside the ring. He got to be more disciplined, man. But so he that fucks up his status clearly. So Benavidez, that's my 8, man. Honorable mentions once again. You got Caleb Plant. I fuck with Caleb Plant too. I like him a lot. But once again, he gotta fight Benavidez. I think that Benavidez is just doing more. He's more busy as far as in that division and representing. I think he's the face of that division right now. For a little while. And he's the youngest champion out of everyone. He's the youngest champion out of all the active champions. He'll get that belt back. We know that. I don't give a fuck who gets the belt. He's gonna get that shit back. So Benavidez is number 8. That's my pound for pound. That's my 8. So far, like I said, Gary Russell is 5. Got who did I say was 6 again? Fuck, I forgot. Smoking this bud, always do it. But just go back and rewind, motherfuckers. Y'all, I ain't even trying to do all of that shit right now. I'm gonna go forward to my 3, 2, 1s. So yeah, you go back and you go over the list and shit. As I ain't write it down, I'm freestyling right now. I'm going off the top of the dome. If I forgot any fighters, that's what the comments for. Y'all could let me know what y'all think about my list. Y'all could comment on anybody y'all think I forgot, or whatever you think about what arrangement, whatever the fuck. Hit me back. Let me know what's up. I don't mind answering comments. I ain't got no friends, so fuck it. So anyway, number 3. My number 3 on my pound for pound list, man, definitely got to be Errol Spence, man. I would have said number 1, but y'all understand why I'm not saying Errol Spence number 1 in a second. And to be honest with you, the reason why I group 1, 2, or 3 together is because in reality, you could take anybody from the top 3 and put them in any position and you won't be wrong. Word. So you could take Errol Spence and make him your number 1 pound for pound, and you know what? You got a good argument on your hands. Same thing could go for my number 2 and my number 1. So being that they twins, you know what I'm saying? Number 1 and number 2, it's up to you, man. The Charlos, man. Them motherfuckers is bad, man. Them some bad motherfuckers, yo. Shout out to the Charlos, man. Lions only, man. Jamal. Yeah, even in defeat, man, niggas is exciting and controversial and shit. Like the Charlos, they got it. They good businessmen. Yeah, I'm rolling my blunt. Yo, that's what I do. I smoke extendos all day, every day. But the Charlos, man, they got this game. They know what they're doing. They good businessmen. They great fighters. They got heart. They'll fight anybody. They're not afraid. They're headlining the pay per view. The twins, you know what I'm saying? They fighting. You got one fighting Jason Rosario, the other one fighting Devinchenko. Yo, man, the Charlos is no joke, man. And right now, man, you can't really sit there and say that nobody is doing anything in any aspect of boxing better than them. Um, that's a debate that I'm willing to have. Um, the Charlos right now, especially if they both go forward and they win these, the upcoming matches that they have, um, because they get ducked continuously. The only person like in their weight class that I think is probably not ducking them is just complicated because of unfortunately the fucking promoters that they deal with is Andrade. Andrade's the only one that I don't think is ducking per se. I think it's more of boxing. The business of boxing is complicated and getting fights done and negotiated is not easy, as we saw with Gary Russell, as we're still continuing to see with Gary Russell and Devin Haney. That this shit ain't simple, man. It's not simple how they get these things done. So we can't always assume fighters are scared of each other and ducking each other. As I could see in certain videos I've seen, man. Speaking of which, shout out to Champside, Fight Hype, for non-international, Blue Blood, Trill Boxing, 7-8 Sports, the whole LDBC, if I BRTB, oh yo man, like the whole squad, my man Drew Titan, I mean like for real, represent. There's a lot of them. It's a lot, man. Ego, shout out to Big Ego. Man, there's a lot of people in boxing, man. I've seen a lot of good footage, man, since I've been sitting back chilling, before, not recording any videos and shit for a minute. I gotta say the snob is impressed, man, and I've watched the coverage of boxing evolve because of the people, man. We love this shit, especially black people. Keep it 100. I'm not a racist, just being honest, man. Like we are really helping boxing stand up, man. Like we've always been a big part of why boxing is clearly because we like the best fighters and shit. Just our participation in every aspect. Right now to see us be able to be part of the mechanism, the actual the motherboard of what's going on. Getting fights done and really having a say in selecting what matchups we get to see. That's big, man. That's big. We're not sitting back no more waiting for Don King or somebody to feed us. Even though Don King used to put up some excellent cards, but I gotta say, ever since Don King, man, like you can't sit there and watch a whole card and every single fight is not all the time. Every once in a while, we get those nights where somebody puts a good card together, you might get 3 or 4 back-to-back good fights if we lucky. But that doesn't happen on a regular like it used to. Like I said, when I was younger, I don't know if I ever, you need to watch my videos, man. I might be boring to some of y'all, but then I be kicking some shit too. Depending on where your mental is. But when I was younger, growing up in New York, man, I remember from Sugar Ray Leonard, Ali, Larry Holmes, yo, man, when it was certain fights, man, like people would be sitting outside with the TV, man. So you could stop if you was on your way somewhere and you was pacing, trying to hurry up and get to the fight, and you was running late or whatever the fuck, you could really pull up and somebody would be watching the fight somewhere outside. You would hear the people, and you could just pick a direction and go and oh shit and get to catch shit and you be up on what was going on. But and it would be exciting. You wouldn't want to miss a moment. You wouldn't want to miss any of the card. That's why I brought that up because it could be like 3 or 4 back-to-back good fights, man. That you cared about who was fighting. Zab Judah, Gotti, Andre Ward. I mean, like some dudes, they've been on some really great cards, man, in the past, man. Like I said, Ali, Larry Holmes, Roy Jones. You know, I seen some good cards, seen some bullshit cards. You know, it's the same people I'm naming, they've had some bullshit cards too. I'm not gonna front, so don't get on me. But I'm just saying, like, but nowadays we're not getting that really on at all. You know, it's almost consistently guaranteed that it's gonna be some bullshit fights. We're gonna watch somebody get fed to somebody. We're not seeing enough competitive 50-50 fights, man. And this Gabby Russell, Devin Haney outcry shows that. Like I said, and I think a lot of people are saying this too because it's the truth. This fight is getting more publicity from the internet and the LDBC and what they've been doing than any other fight that's been mentioned or been set up. Man. Any fight that's already on the schedule is not getting the publicity that Haney and Russell, the potential they have, and this is a potential fight, and it's got more coverage and more attention, and it's on my mind every day. I'm trying to figure out, is these niggas gonna fight? Because I want to see this fight, and a lot of people feel like that, and it used to be like that all the time. All the time. When you was a kid, yo, I remember being a kid, we would sit outside like, yo, imagine if Blase Blah fight Blase Blah. Next thing you know, Don King got that shit happening. You be like, oh shit, yo, we was just talking about that. No, then the Golden Gloves, you know, we were up on boxes. Not only because I was younger, but it was exciting. There was people that were participating in the sport that loved the sport and they wanted to exhibit their skills and they wanted to, you know, be competitive and we got to enjoy that shit. And now you got motherfuckers that's pretty, man. Pretty duck ass niggas, man. And that shit got to stop, man. So this blunt right here, boxing, this blunt's for you. Word, Phil facts all day. This blunt's for you session. Alright? This is for boxing overall, man. Because straight up and down, it's getting better. But it was whack for a minute. I'm gonna tell you how whack it was. It was so whack that between Lennox Lewis and Deontay Wilder, nobody really gave a fuck who the heavyweight champion of the world excuse me. And I can't never remember a time like that in my life, except for these few years that before Wilder became champion. That was crazy. That was bugged out. Was different. Like Mayweather was everything because heavyweights didn't matter. Word. That was sad. After Roy Jones and after Mike Tyson for Lennox Lewis, that was it. Shit took a hit, man. It wasn't the same. Word. For a minute, man. Then Dante got the belt because Tavern, he was all right, but he wasn't popular. I'm not saying he was a whack champion. No disrespect to nobody. Niggas is big ass gangster knockout artists and shit, but it wasn't until Wilder came that the excitement came back to the heavyweight division, man. So you know what I'm saying? That being said, man, shout out right now, you know, to all the talent out there, all the people that sacrifice, the people that cover it, all the boxers, trainers, promoters. You know, the game is I think it's headed in a good direction. Y'all just gotta fuck with us, people. You gotta fuck with the people, man. Fuck with the LDBC, man. They got great ideas. They got great people involved. Word. I like what I saw with that, man. That shit felt encouraging, man. It felt good to know and see that, you know, boxing is trying to head in a positive direction, man. And yeah, we gotta take control, people. You know, brothers, sisters, we need to take control of more of the things that we participate in because we generate a lot of money, we generate a lot of revenue for these industries, man. So let's get a foothold in this is a good example of the type of proactive, you know, positive movement we need to be making in these industries, man, so that we can be secure, man, and we can have a say so in the outcomes and the direction of the industries that we participate. You know that they going. We need to have a say. It's our shit. Bottom line. Word. So like I said, my top 10s, you got my list now, pound for pound. If you don't like it, it's cool. If you do, you know, either way, comment, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Anybody that likes boxing, let them know about the Sports Snob. Phil Facts, let them know. I'm on the scene. Word, I'm here and I'm here to stay every day. You know, long as there's a good fight coming up and there's a situation going on, I'm gonna be on top of it. You know what I mean? No homo pause. But until then, YouTube, peace. I'm out of here. You know why? Because I got it like that.